this was the way we needed to win. Obviously, everyone knows the problem that the senior classes had in the conference tournament. And when Jalen got his third foul and got his fourth in the first 4 minutes of the second half, things weren't going our way. You could see the same stuff happening. The shot that kid made at the end of the half to tie the game. You could just see these crazy, crappy things happening again. And that's what we needed. We needed to say, okay, it's not going to happen again. And we guarded, and we got stops, and we had a night where we shot terrible. Kendrick Nunn's 2 for 10 from the 3, you know? And that's how we had to win a game. We had to win it by gutting it out, making important plays defensively, coming up with loose balls, getting stops. That's going to make it so much easier for us the rest of the way. So I'm really pleased that we were able to look into the basketball god's eyes and say, you're not doing this to us again, and we're going to win, and we did.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up for questions from the players. To the best of your ability, please utilize the mics.
Jalen, Coach puts you back in the game with just about 12 minutes left with 4 fouls. It's not something you see all the time, and you really kind of came on right at that point, scored seven points pretty quick. Take us through kind of that portion of the game, playing with 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been in this program a while, and Coach Kampe has, we have a really good relationship, and he trusts me. So I just told him I was good to go, and I wasn't going to foul. You know what I mean? It was as simple as that. So when I got into the game, I just made sure I didn't foul. I stayed locked into the game and, tried to will our team to a win.
Go to the back with Justin.
Nick, Jalen, sense of relief after getting the first one. Obviously a couple more to go, but do you feel after this one, now it's under your belt, you approach the next game a little bit more confidently? Not that you weren't confident today, but
definitely we approach the next game with a lot of confidence in this. It's just, we got the first game out the way. This was the tough one, and we battled and got the win.
Jalen, want to take that as well?
Yeah, I mean, exactly what Nick said. We feel like, we got a little pressure off our backs, getting that first one out the way. So I think we'll be playing a lot more freely next game. Obviously, we'll still be locked in, but I think we'll get that monkey off our back for sure.
Jen?
One of the things, obviously, that Coach just said, and I'd like both of the players to address this if you guys can, Nick and Jalen, is that we kind of looked the basketball gods in the eyes and said it's not going to go down this way. Talk about just the way that every guy on that court believed it or had to learn to believe that down the stretch, and how it seemed like a lot of different contributions from a lot of different places helped propel you guys to that win.
Yeah, I mean, me and Nick being in this program for the time that we've been here, just like Coach said, I guess you could say the basketball guys have kind of screwed us over the past couple years. So I mean, this year when it got later to the game and we started to see that stuff happen over and over, we wanted to just lock in and take it one possession at a time, knowing that that stuff can happen. So I think we came in with a laser focus, made sure it didn't happen.
Nick, you want to chime in on that one as well?
I agree with Jalen. I mean, he covered it all. We just, basketball guy was in our hands tonight.
But also on it being a complete win, it seemed like a lot of guys were doing different things, hitting shots late, getting a rebound, the block.
Well, we, as me and Jalen being leaders on the team, we was just in the other players' ears, just telling them, the little things that count, the little things. Chris P grabbed that big offensive rebound, and that was big for us because we told Chris, we need you to stay in it no matter what, and it helped.
Let's go to the front with Neil.
Nick, what was it going to take for you to come out of this game tonight?
Nothing at all. I mean, I don't care if my legs fall off. I'll come back in the game.
You talked about a couple key moments with the basketball gods and all that stuff, but specifically the 2 possession calls that went against you guys late, 5 minutes to go, the one that the call was overturned, and then the next one. How pivotal was it at that moment for you guys to kind of stay calm, collected, and not let that situation get to you guys?
Yeah, it was big. It was big, man. Even with those calls, we felt like, it didn't go our way. It was still, 5 minutes left in the game. So that wouldn't have decided the game either way. You know what I mean? So just sticking with it, moving on to the next possession. Coach always preaches to us, stay in present tense. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the past tense. So we just want to focus on the next possession.
Justin?
did you guys have an opportunity to talk to Martez and kind of give him a look after the game or in the locker room just now? I know that he's probably more hyped than anybody.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're playing for. I mean, we want him to be out there on the court, but he's on the bench and he's still in our spirits on the court. So, you know, just seeing Martez so happy and just out there communicating with us and being so in tune with the game, it excites us.
Jalen, how much did your heart kind of sink when that third foul call went on you in the first half? I mean, you talked to the ref, obviously, they looked it over.
Yeah, I mean, it was big. It was big. I'm not gonna get it. It was big. It was big. It was big, man. But I mean, like I said before, I just wanted to move on to the next possession.
Anything else with players? Going back.
One quick one, just Nick, the leg, what, I mean, are we just calling it a lower body injury, or?
It was just cramping. That's all it was.
Thanks, fellas. You can head back to the locker room. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Open it up for questions for Coach Kampe, please.
Just to say though, on what you were talking about, I mean, that's what I meant by the basketball gods. I mean, it was clear that that ball wasn't tipped. I mean, their kid, after he shot it, turned around, ran down the court. And then they make a three to tie the game. And those are the things that have hit us for 3 years here. And actually for about a 5-year period that, you know, it's just, things have gone against us in the tournament. And, you know, it's sad that fans just don't understand that, you know. I mean, some of the things that have been said about this group of kids just makes me so angry because, I mean, you know, the #1 team in the Big Ten got beat in their tournament. I mean, you just look at every tournament, there's been 5 #1 seeds. We're not even into the Monday of championship week, and 5 #1 seeds have been beat already. I mean, it just tournament in March, I mean, the things that happen. And so you learn to overcome it, and this group did tonight. And that's what I'm really happy about because, I mean, those are the plays that have been happening to us. I mean, the kid, then they throw it in, and 45, a 6'8" guy makes a 3. You know, I mean, so I'm really proud that they overcame it.
Justin.
You asked your guys to kind of Bill Belichick do your job type of way with you know, walk-ons playing and guys who don't usually get the big minutes and whatnot. How proud of you for them, like Isaiah having the big block and getting, you know, the boards and the points and all, for all
Right.
different contributions from guys that you asked them to do. How happy are you with that?
Well, we got a chance to practice this week for the first time in a long, long time. First time since Martez got hurt. Martez gets hurt, we're getting on the bus, we have five games in 10 days. And people are now playing us a certain way, and we haven't had a chance to practice. We got a dunk on the first play because we got to practice on what's gonna happen if they double us, but unfortunately, we couldn't keep going with that. So to see Chris Gilbert, who until last week had played 13 minutes all year, out there taking a big shot with 5-6 minutes to go in the game. I mean, we're a different team, and we're a team in progress. So that's why winning the way we won today is important, because now they're starting to believe in the process. They believe we can win with Chris Gilbert. They believe that, I mean, Palambizio, I think, I could be wrong, but I think Palambizio's rebound and free throw came right after they made that 3. Which was a huge play. If we miss that shot and they go down and score, I mean, it could be the same old, and we'd be sitting here crying, you know. So to have Chris Palambizio make that play and then step up and make the free throw, that was huge. And that like I said, we looked the guys in the eyes and we said, not again. And that's the best way I can explain it.
Tony?
I mean, defensively, 55 points, but...
That's a halftime score, wasn't it? Oakland's normal score at half.
And, I mean, you guys score 62 and win the game. Specifically, though, with Brock, especially he picks up 3 fouls, the work that he did inside, how impressive was that? Given that he had 3 fouls, you couldn't afford to lose him. He had the 6 blocks, the biggest one at the end of the game.
They beat us at their place up from the 3-point line. And again, in the first half, they were 4 for 11 from the 3. So our adjustment that we made at halftime was we're gonna run them off the 3-point line. And Isaiah, you gotta protect that rim. And he did. And then we got his 3rd foul. I was a little concerned. But did he ever get 4?
Nope.
So, you know, we ran him off the 3-point line. We funneled it down to him, and he did his job. I mean, 6 blocks, changed to 5 or 6 different shots. You know, his tip in was another huge play. I think it was a 1-point game at the time, and we isolated Kendrick and the whole defense. You know, one of the things we got to learn how to play is 3 guys on Jalen, 3 guys on Kendrick, and so what we've decided to do is limit possessions and try and make sure that Jalen or Kendrick touch it every time, and then play off what the defense does. And somebody's gotta step up and make plays, and Isaiah stepped up and made a heck of a play. We were fortunate that the ball missed long. If it misses short, they're gonna get the rebound, but they weren't guarding Isaiah. He went to where he was supposed to go, and he made a hell of an athletic play.
Joe?
You know, it's the tournament's third year in Detroit. When it became kind of a following game late and you could see that, you know, the result was gonna go your way, did it feel like there was a pretty big chip, you know, a pretty big load coming off your shoulders, a big sense of relief right there?
I'm just happy for our players. You know, I personally feel that, you know, Oakland winning helps this tournament from a financial standpoint, and hopefully we'll have honestly, you know, I'm gonna say this, and then everybody that didn't come is gonna say, yeah, well, if you'd have won some games before, we'd be there. I was really disappointed in our crowd tonight. Not in the people that were here. They were fantastic, loud, willed us to the win. But we filled Joe Louis Arena up last year, and we didn't today. Now, maybe they were waiting to see if we were gonna win, and they'll show up tomorrow. I hope so. But I can't worry about that stuff. All I worry about is these guys, and I was thrilled for them, because you just can't understand the amount of pressure that's been on them. When you lose the way we lost last year, for 365 days, they've got to listen to it, see it on YouTube over and over and over again. We beat Milwaukee, the first game of the conference season, on December 28th. We went to Milwaukee and we beat them and beat them good. And with about a minute to go, you know, you're dribbling it out, and about 10 of their fans start yelling at them. Yeah, but you'll choke in the tournament. They'll choke. I mean, they're screaming that, and no one was at the game. I mean, Milwaukee might have had 75 people at the game, but all 75 of them were yelling at our players and our bench. Yeah, you'll choke in the, you know. So don't think they haven't heard that from our fans, from YouTube, from every Twitter, everything. And so I'm happy for them. That was a long answer to your question.
How would you assess Kendrick's overall performance, especially in the light of the fact that he was double and triple teamed?
No, I don't think he played very well offensively. I mean, that wasn't the Kendrick Nunn we know. But it was his first turn in the tournament, his first time that he got to experience this. And so for us to win with him 2 for 10 is a really good sign. He made all the free throws down the stretch after missing a couple early. And then he handled the ball. He didn't turn it over. He had 5 assists. He did have 3 turnovers. I don't remember one of them. Oh, early in the game, yeah. He went one-on-one. We were ahead 20-9. He went one-on-one, turned it over, and they made a 3. But other than that, I thought he played within himself. He didn't force bad shots. The shots he took were out of play calls. So I was really pleased with the way he played from a mental standpoint. But, you know, that wasn't the Kendrick Nunn we know and love as far as making shots. So that's good, because that means tomorrow he'll probably make them all.
Other questions for Coach Kampe? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. And one last thing. People are going to be mad at me. I understand people didn't come because we've lost every year. All right? I'm still disappointed they didn't.